When people check out BongoTown, the point is for them to first find content that they love.
If I'm into the thing that I'm into, can I find someone else who's into that thing and make friends?
Your initial impression of someone is that they share something that you love.
It's like a great icebreaker. Like if we both love a punk music, or we both love, an obscure movie, that gives us the grounds to communicate in a much more effective way.
It's the context that provides the possibility of that connection. It's sort of the drawing point. You gather around content, but the point is connecting with other people.
When we're brought into BongoTown, we see that we're a dot and we're sort of floating on top of this world of different content. And we can begin to explore, and we can see other people who are in that world. I don't have a profile picture, I don't have a name, I don't have a username. It's just me as a little dot floating through this world, this sea of content. And then I see what we call houses, which are places of content where people are gathered, experiencing something together. And I can then dive into one of these spaces. I'm presented with other dots that are now floating around this space with me, and I'm seeing a video in the background. That's the context for our communication. I can quickly attach a GIF to myself, pick a GIF, and now my dot has a little sign with a GIF on it that I can now move around and react to other people or convey something to other people. I could do the same thing with emoji, and then the same thing with simple words, a few words, to start to convey different ways of how I feel about this thing.
The thing we're trying to achieve with BongoTown, different ways of expressing oneself and creating more comfortable, natural environments for people to interact with their friends or, or hang out with or meet strangers, or just hang out and not feel super pressure to talk.
What the hell just happened?
I don't think I would have been initially excited about this project if the genesis hadn't been Ron and his family learning how to communicate with Owen through Disney characters.
And all of a sudden it became clear to us, he's using these movies to make sense of the world he actually is living in, our world.
Basically, the pitch to me was, how can we take Ron and his family connecting with their son Owen through Disney and make a technology out of it that could potentially be applicable and useful for lots of people.
The Affinity project is all about the hidden power of our passions. We're hoping that Bongo in the social space can take that affinity concept and shine a light on it, help people realize that that's kind of what makes them tick.
On the web today, there's a large problem of toxic content, of people trolling other people. If we design an environment that is playful and fun, the hope is that that will help inform and prevent some of that trolling. It would be very difficult to be mean to someone on BongoTown. You would have to find maybe some angry GIFs or like mean emojis. In BongoTown, there could be whole neighborhoods of kind of house parties or little dinner parties playing YouTube videos or maybe simple games like chess. And then there could be maybe a downtown area where there's a commercial zone, where there's a movie theater or whatever it might be, that could be a paid-for zone.
Basically, people like the concept of the neighborhood. They think it makes sense. I personally think that would be great, to be able to see people on the street and maybe even talk to them on the street and say, hey, what are your plans? Want to go in this clubhouse with me?
Well, this is just like in the movies, remember?
Watching a synced video together with someone else on the other end of the net, and this weird inefficiency of like my actions on the video player affecting that other person, that kind of makes it feel like we're doing this actually together, like we're in the same room in a way.
The future is going to be created by those who think differently, and those who see things differently, and those who don't perceive the world in the way the majority of the people perceive the world. I think that every great change has come from someone who is a bit off track. And so, and I view that in a very positive fashion.